There's no question baby boomers are a great opportunity. And while they were sandbagging for a few years, saying they're not going to move, they're going to age in place, we're seeing now that an awful lot of them are in fact making a move. Here in 2025, the numbers have changed. It used to be 73% of baby boomers said they don't plan to make a move at all. Well, the problem is they hold almost 23% of all single-family homes in America. So that those people holding on to those properties is really creating an inventory issue for us. Well, guess what? That number has changed in 2025. And now that things are starting to calm down a little bit, an awful lot of these are looking to make a move. Now, what you may not realize is baby boomers are a 300% larger generation than any other generation before it. 300% larger. And again, they are some of the most wealthy. They have a net worth of an average of over $1.2 million. And a lot of them are still in their trophy homes, which are way too big for them. They don't want to pay for heating and cooling. It's way too much to take care of. And a lot of them are looking to downsize now. So we've worked with agents over the past several years here, over the past 3 years or so, to kind of focus in on those baby boomers that are looking to make a move, have good offers that you can put in front of them, so they're motivated to start looking around. One of the big advantages is, of course, they're going to buy their next place for cash. So you've got yourself a cash buyer. Big advantage with that. You're selling their big home and they're downsizing to a smaller property. They might buy a small single-family home. They might buy a one-story property. They may want to go to a condo. Heck, some of them are going to assisted living. There's all kinds of different options, but the current home they're in no longer fits their needs. So the question for you as a real estate agent is, how do I get in front of them and what kind of offers should I have for them? I'm going to tell you about it. It's one of the reasons you follow our page. We're always giving you the tips on how you can grow your real estate business. So when you look at some of the mailing list brokers that are out there, it's very easy to get a list with all of the contact information of all the baby boomers in your area. Now, baby boomers were born between 1946 and 1964. Write that down. They were born between 46 and 64. So if you go to a mailing list company, let's say you go to exactdata.com, or maybe you go to, that's an easy one to go to. Go to exactdata.com, and I want you to look up people that live in your zip code or in your county that were born 1946 to 1964, or figure out what that age demographic is. It should be, 60 to 78 years old. We wanted them to own a property. They own a single family home. These are the most likely for us to work with. Well, if we get their email address or their phone number or their address or even just their first and last name, we can load all of that into Facebook Custom Audience. So as they're scrolling through Facebook, by the way, they're the biggest Facebook users as well. As they're scrolling through Facebook, they're going to see your ads about how you can help them. Now, they've got a lot of problems with making this move. They know it makes sense to make the move. They want to save a little bit of money, not spend as much money on property taxes, on utilities, on maintenance, on just the overall upkeep of their property. But the problem is they got 17 years worth of stuff in here. They're going to have to downsize everything so they can move to a smaller property. There's a lot you need to address in your marketing that has a lot more to do with, if you want to sell your home, call me. I specialize in baby boomers. I'm a great agent. I can help you. That's not what their problem is. Their problem is all of the other questions that they need to have addressed, all the other concerns they have with making that downsize happen for themselves. It seems like it's overwhelming to them. So in your real estate marketing, part of what you're going to be doing is showing them there's a step-by-step formula to making this happen. Those of you that have been through my training, we did a whole training on this. It's called Silver Closings. If you've been through our baby boomer training, we show you a little bit about how you speak with them, some of the language you should be using, what your marketing should look like, how you attract these people and take a preemptive strike at all of their objections. So what you're doing is you're moving them further down the decision tree. Right? If you look at this as a linear thing where they're moving down this line of decision, we got to get by the clutter. We got to get by the downsizing. We got to get by selling all of my stuff. We got to get by my spouse doesn't want to make a move. We got to get by this thing's going to need a whole bunch of work before we can sell it. We got to get by I need new carpet or I need to paint and all of that other stuff that needs done for updates. All of those issues should be addressed in advance, because if you can move them further down the line, then they're ready to deal with a real estate agent. There's an awful lot of agents out there that are trying to promote themselves, saying, when you're ready to call, let me know. Those people are never going to move. They need someone to help them through that process. So now that we see this big number of them looking to make a move, it's really the biggest opportunity you have. They have the most amount of equity. Frankly, a lot of them own their home outright. You'll see when you get some of these mailing lists that there's no mortgage on the property. They can give you that data with your mailing list as well. And then, of course, they're going to buy their next home for cash. So it makes it so much easier for you that way. This is a great niche for you to be working right now, and you've got to get trained up on the right way to do it. You don't want to look at the type of postcard that's going to be the most appealing to the eye and it has the graphical design that everybody likes the most. That has nothing to do with moving them down this line, getting them closer to making a move. That comes down to copying what other agents are doing to make a whole bunch of money themselves. So I think you'll find that as you do a little bit of research on this, you start to look at, first of all, how can I find some baby boomers? What kind of offer should I be making to them? And then where would I help them in making a move? Obviously, you want to have some data on 55 and older communities, on new developments that are coming in, on multi-generation households, as an example, if they were building any next-gen homes in your area, where they have a primary home and then like a mother-in-law suite that's a separate unit attached to it. There's so many different options available. You need to have all of that data so you can speak knowledgeably with each of the appointments you're going on. And this should be at least 2 or 3 appointments a week for you. This is how you grow your real estate business. This is how you get the right type of training to grow your business. And if you've been involved with GregLutherCoaching.com, you've been on the Silver Closings training, even if you're involved in our Inner Circle coaching, we talk a lot about these individual niches and how much you can make, but you have to talk to each niche differently. They need different things. They want different things. They value different types of service, marketing, and approaches that we utilize, but most importantly, you have to make it easy for them. It's very simple to say, I'll sell your home fast for the most amount of money with the least amount of hassle. Well, that sounds good, but that's definitely lip service. Show me you can actually make that happen. Show me you can address those issues of the home they've been in for 23 years and how you can help them and make that much easier for them. That's how you're going to win the business. And if you're creating content, you're putting a couple of videos together, whether it's you on video or a faceless video that just has the PowerPoint going, something like that. You want to address these things because you'll build a big following of people that have been thinking about making that move. If you live anywhere in the country that's had snow recently, which is everywhere, there's an awful lot of people that are thinking, they're looking outside and their husband's shoveling the snow and they're thinking, he's going to have a heart attack. We're going to have to downsize. We can't be taking care of all this. The same is true when they've got to mow grass in the summertime. So these are things that you can start to address to make life easier for them and to help them with this transition in downsizing their property. For an awful lot of agents, if you have been licensed for a long time and you remember back in your 20s and 30s, you were very interested in working with first-time buyers. Why? Because they look like you. They act like you. You can relate with them. That's going to be an easier way to win over that client. Nowadays, you may be better off working with those more established, the move-up buyers, or those that are now baby boomers and are moving down. They're going to relate with you better. They're going to you will understand them, and they will understand you at a much higher level. These are the type of people you want to relate with. If you're over 40 or 50 or 60 years old and you're trying to work with first-time buyers, probably not going to be a good fit. You know what the big advantage is? First-time buyers don't have the affordability right now. They can't beat out some of these corporate buyers. It's a very difficult market. But when you switch over and you look at what's going on with the baby boomer population, it's much larger. There's more of them. There's herds of them that we know just by age and demographic, they're looking to make a move soon. This is a big opportunity for you. So if you agree with that, if you agree that's a niche that makes sense for you, give me a thumbs up. Give me the little thumbs up here. Click the blue button and let us know that's something you want more information on. But let me know if that's the type of thing you're interested in. Leave a comment here if you want to know some more information about baby boomers in your area. Let me know where you sell real estate. Click the comment down here. Just give me your city and state. Where do you sell real estate? Leave a comment here. Maybe we'll pull some data and I'll show you how you would do that. We can kind of do a walkthrough click by click where agents can learn exactly how to make this happen for yourself. I might even use your city as a location. So leave your city and state below here. Baby boomers is a big opportunity for you. I want you to utilize it. Do a little bit of research on it. Let me know how I can help you along the way. Leave a comment below with your city and state. Maybe we'll use that as an example.
Hey, it's Greg Luther, and listen, if you don't follow this channel, there's a good chance you're never going to see me again. I consistently put out regular content, and it's extremely helpful for real estate agents to grow their business. I want to keep you up to date on what's working so that you're in the know and you can take action accordingly. So be sure that you like and comment here, but most importantly, make sure you follow, share, and subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on anything. I'm here to help you in growing your business, and I'd love to do so. Follow right now.